Hi guys, and welcome back to some more Gran Turismo Sport here on this channel, and welcome to another update video here on this channel. Now, update 1.15 just been released, and this comes with 13 new vehicles, a new circuit, a new car category guys, and some more stuff as well to look at. Now we're going to go through all the stuff in this episode, and we're going to be testing out one of the cars. Now, as you can see from that list, some of the cars have returned from previous Gran Turismo games. The Red Bull is back guys, I cannot believe it, and Tsukuba circuit's back guys, another awesome circuit from previous Gran Turismo games, and I'm gonna love trying that circuit out. Now we've got some more added to the campaign, which is absolutely brilliant. I think this is one of the best updates so far, just looking at the cars and the new car category guys. I think there's 3 of the cars in today's episode are going to be for that category, and we're going to be going into that as well, and some add-ons for VR as well guys. Right, let's get into some of the updates. Right guys, we're just going to quickly look at the update details and the patch notes, but we are going to run through all of this in today's episode. So as you know, there's the 13 cars added. Obviously there's loads on the campaign mode, which we're going to flick through in this episode. Obviously the new circuit, there's loads of improvements on sports mode. The Ghost Lap cars option has been updated on lobbies. Car settings have been adjusted. Obviously they've added the VR tour mode, which is very, very good. Something that some people that use the VR have been asking for. They've made some obviously improvements to the controller and many other fixes guys, so that is a real decent update. I think a lot of things have been really improved there. Right, now we're going to jump in and have a look at some of the stuff added to the campaign, so here we go. Right guys, first up they've added in the Beginners League the Nissan GTR Cup. And the GTR is an awesome car, so that is going to be an awesome tour to try out. And we're just going to quickly run through all the other ones, so here we go. Right guys, next up in the Amateur League, they've added 2 tours. First up is the Mazda Roadster Cup. So there's loads more races in this tour. There's 5 races in this one, and that should be a good one. And next up is one that I'm going to love, the Red Bull X Junior series. The Red Bull Junior is absolutely awesome, and I think that's probably the car I'm going to test out in today's episode if I've got the credits for it. Right, let's get into the next one. Right guys, this is the new category GR2, and I'm not going to ruin it by telling you what cars you can use for this one, but this is the All Japan GT Car Championship, but we'll look at the cars later in the video. Right guys, next up, and this is for the Endurance League, and it's the Endurance GR3 series, and this has got some awesome races. 30 laps on that one, 25 on that. That's going to be awesome. Right, let's get into the next part of this update. Right guys, next up is another location added to Scapes, and I do believe all these locations are in Japan, and it's called Cherry Blossoms, and these are some awesome locations to do your thumbnails or just do some art to share with people, stick your cars in them, etc. Right, let's get into the main feature of this update, the cars. Right guys, the first car we're going to look at is in America, and it is an absolute classic. It is a Ford. And you probably know where I'm going with this, because there is only one classic that you want to drive when it gets into Ford, and it's a Ford GT40 Mark 1 1966. But look at the price guys, 2.8 million credits. Dear Lord, I better get saving. But you might be lucky to get one as a free gift, you never know. Right, let's get into the next car in this update. Right guys, next up in this pack is an Aston Martin. Hopefully this one isn't going to be as expensive as the Ford. Let's have a look. And oh, it's an N600, and no, it's not too pricey. It's the Aston Martin DB11 from 2016, and oh, it has a decent max speed, 9.2. So it looks like it's a pretty decent car. Definitely going to be trying that one out. Right guys, let's move on to the next car in this update, and I think the next one is going to be a classic. And it is a classic guys, it's the BMW M3 Sport Evolution from 1989. What a classic. Well done Gran Turismo Sport for adding this absolute beauty. I am a massive fan of M3s. If I could buy this car now and use it now, I would. I absolutely love this. I just like everything about this car. The looks, the sounds, it's going to be awesome. Right guys, let's move on to the next car. So here we go. Right guys, we've moved on to Japan and we go straight into Nissan. I do believe there's 3 cars to look at in here. So let's get straight into it. And first up is another classic, and it's an M300, and it's the Skyline GTR V spec from 1997. Now that is a real classic. Now I don't think you see many of them around. They're one of the earlier GTRs. Right, let's move on to a newer GTR, and it's the GTR Nismo 2017. And now if you've ever seen any programs reviewing one of these cars, dear Lord, this car is just crazy. So much power, handling is great. It's another car I would absolutely love, but price on it's just a bit out of my price range. Right, next up is one of the new cars for the new category, and this is the GTR version for this GR2 category. Not too pricey, and you're definitely going to have to buy one of the 3 from this category to race, and I guarantee there's going to be a lot of people racing these online because it's, like I say, it's a new category and these cars are going to handle really well. Look at the interior for this one, guys. Proper racing. I cannot wait to try it. I'm not sure which one I'm going to buy, but I'm definitely going to be adding them to the garage. Right, let's move on to the next one. Right guys, we moved on to Honda, and they have a car for the GR2 category as well, and this is an NSX Concept GT from 2016. We're going to have to look at all the stats of all 3 cars for this category, but look at the cockpit on this one. Oh my god, it looks amazing. Oh, they've done a really good job on this one. Right guys, let's move on to the next car in this update because there's loads more to come, so here we go. Right guys, next up is a Mazda RX-7 GTX from 1990. This is another real classic. Let me know in the comments below if you remember one of these cars bombing around back in the 90s. An awesome car, and I might buy this one because it's cheap. Anyway, let's move on to the next car in this update. Right guys, next up in this category for Lexus, there is another car for GR3, and it's the RCF GT3, and that looks awesome. Another GT3 car added to the game, and I think that one will be quite popular. And they've added another GR2 car, and this is a Lexus AU Toms RCF from 2016. Again, we've got to compare all the stats, but let's have a look at inside the cockpit of this car. The Lexus always do a good job on their cars, and oh my god, and again, looks absolutely awesome. Right guys, have a look at this, an Eckhart's Rod and Custom Mach 40. This car is an absolute beast. Max speed of 10, 787 brake horsepower. Oh my dear lord, that has got some power. That is going to be seriously fun to race. Cannot wait to try that one out. And next up guys, is a car that's returned to the game, and I am so happy. It's the Gran Turismo Red Bull X 2014 Junior. This car is so much fun to race. It's only got 246 brake horsepower, but it is absolutely amazing, and I'm testing that one out in today's episode. Now we've got a massive drum roll because it is the return of probably the fastest car on the game, the Red Bull X 2014 Standard. 3 million credits, 798 brake horsepower, and the stats are just absolutely insane. Oh my god, what a car to bring back to Gran Turismo. There's not going to be many people that are going to be able to handle this car around some of the circuits on the game, but it doesn't stop you trying. Now, it's going to give the Tomahawk a race, I'll tell you that for nothing. Right, guys, so we're going to buy the Gran Turismo Red Bull X 2014 Junior, and we're going to race it round the new circuits. And this is going to be awesome. I cannot wait. Now, like I said, this car handles so well, and I can see a lot of people racing this one online. Because there isn't many circuits this isn't going to suit, because it has decent acceleration, decent top end. It's just going to be amazing. So let's get straight into that. I'm going to jump on my steering wheel now, get ready, and we're going to race it. So here we go. Right guys, I've just set up my steering wheel and I'm ready to race, and we're going to race it around the new circuit added on the update, Tsukuba circuit in Japan. And this is an awesome circuit added from previous Gran Turismo games, but we still are crying out for more circuits. Now if you look at the circuit list from this game to a game like Project Cars 2, it doesn't compete, and it needs to with the amount of cars it's got on the game. So please add more circuits. Right, so we're going to jump into this, guys. We're going to put it on professional. Got no idea what the AI are going to be like in these cars, but they handle like a dream. So let's get straight into it and see if we can get a really, really good result. Right, so here we go with our first experience in the Red Bull X 2014 Junior. Now this is, it's only a 4-lap race. We've got to try and remember this circuit, but we've raced around it quite a few times over the years, so we should be able to get it into our brain quite quickly. Right, let's see what this car's like, see what the grip levels are like. Now we've put it on the super soft tyres, but we haven't adjusted anything else on the car. I don't think you need to. This thing is going to handle pretty well. It's going to have decent brakes. The grips should be really, really good, and the acceleration's not bad as well. It's going to be a little bit easier to control than the faster Red Bull, so let's just try and get nicely tight, but I'm going to have to save up my credits for that one. Right, can we get past this car in this turn? Hold it. But this car does handle very well. I think the brakes are really good. It stops really well. Right, let's try and hold it in the inside, slow it down. Oh my god, it stops really, really quickly. Nicely turned in and accelerate. Also a bit of a slide there, but not too bad. And we're getting in the slipstream. Oh, this thing is pretty quick. Can we get in the inside for this tough right-hand turn? Right, hold it. Oh god, just caught the curb there. Just trying to hold it. Oh, it's sliding a little bit, and I'm just trying to tap the power on. And let's accelerate. Is he still there? I think he's still there. Slow it down. Oh, the brakes are absolutely amazing on this car. It stops really, really quickly. Right, so we're up to P8 on the second lap. Let's see if we can get past a few more. Let's try and get in the inside. And I think we're going to mug at that car. Yes, we have. We've mugged that car in that turn. And if they're going to give me an opportunity, I'm going to try and get past. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to win the race, because it is only a 4-lap race. But I will try my best. I'm not expecting the AI to be super quick. That's something they do need to improve. The AI still are not very quick on this game. Sometimes they give you a bit of competition, more on the endurance races, not so much on the short lap races. Right, so we've managed to take a couple more cars up to P5, and we've got 2 more laps to go. Right, let's just try and hold it a little bit more around that turn. Oh, you've got to be careful, just putting on the power a little bit by bit around that turn, and we go into the next lap. We've managed to take another car. Again, it stops so quickly into the turn, and we're up to P4. I think we might have a chance of winning this if we can get past at least 1 or 2 cars in this lap. Right, let's try and get up the inside. Oh, got a little bit of contact there. Nothing too major. And we've managed just to take that position. Hopefully we still get a clean race bonus. We only just tapped him, nothing major, and he's still in the race. Right, let's try and catch these 2 as we come towards the end of this race. Right, hold it nice and tight and accelerate. And again, it powers out the corners really well. Oh, look at that. Really, really quick out the turn. And we are in second place. We've got a chance of winning this. Can we win it on the last lap? Let's just keep it nice and controlled. Try not to touch too much of the curb. Oh god, it is sliding a little bit, but you still feel that you've got it under control, and we should be able to get past this car if we just line him up. Oh, we didn't get as tight into that turn, but I am absolutely loving this first experience. This is definitely going to be top of my list of favourite cars on the game. I'm absolutely loving this. This is awesome. This is the kind of car that you can just jump in on any circuit and just have an awesome race. Everyone's going to absolutely love this. Right, so let's just keep it nice and steady. And let's just try and just line him up for this next turn. I think we should be able to get him on the straight. Right, we just slowed down on this lap. We're getting held up a bit. We're definitely quicker than him. And open the... Yes, we can. Put our foot down. And we're going to get past. And we should be able to get the win as long as we don't muck up the last corner. And what a first experience this has been. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, guys. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. There's going to be plenty more from this new update on the channel, because there's quite a few cars to test out. But that is definitely a good add to the game. Not just the circuit, but the car. I really enjoyed that. Now I'm going to leave you a replay of that race. Please enjoy it. And we did get a clean race bonus. Oh, awesome. I hope to see you very soon on the channel, and I will try and do some live streams on this game as well. And I will see you very soon.